Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. Janet G, you are the first one in the house. Hello and welcome. How are you? Happy Tuesday to you. How are you, my beautiful sister? Just gonna wait for others to join us and then we shall get started. How are you today? Good evening, my beautiful sister. You are the first. You took the post or you took the first position from Abby. Welcome, everybody. Just waiting for others to join us and we get started. Oh, my namesake. Doopsy's thoughts. Long time sis, how are you? Long time no see. It's good to see you here again. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Just waiting for another 30 seconds and then we shall get started. As you come in, please like and share. Like and share as you come in, guys. Notifications work. Yay! Finally, notifications work. That's good. Thank you so much. Yeah. If you don't want to miss any post or if you don't want to miss any show on my live on my channel, make sure you turn on your post notification so that anytime I drop a video, even when I drop a post, you always receive notification. So you'll be the first person to enter house. You'll be the first person to enter house. Okay, so that 30 seconds is up and on. Let's get straight into the video. So hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Das Mom of 5. And yes, I'm also known as Mudukwe. There's my namesake is here. I didn't get your notification, but I got this one. At times YouTube just do what YouTube just do as they like. So welcome everybody and happy Tuesday. I hope you all are doing great. And yes, this is my day 2 of work. And yes, I am tired, but I am off tomorrow. Hey, the kind of sleep I will sleep this night. Hopefully I'll wake up before my show because I have a live stream for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So hopefully I will sleep and wake up on time. Okay, with that being said, guys, I'm just gonna put up an image on my screen and let's get into today's show. Let's get into today's show. All right. I'm sure you just can tell the show is about Jennysglow. I really don't know much about her, and I think the first time I heard of her was I just heard of her story was um when Very Dark Man I think pulled her up for alleged, obviously she's into skincare. Let me start by sharing our Instagram page with you guys. So Jennysglow is a skincare she's into skincare, okay, and obviously I believe she's an Edo girl or something, so she's doing great in terms of her skincare business. Let me share my screen with you so we can talk from there. She's doing great in terms of her care business, I mean skincare business. And I think the first time I ever heard of her was when Very Dark Man did a talk, or maybe called her out for selling product that has no NAFDAC number. And I guess that was how that one was able to climb up to what is obviously up to nowadays. So she was called out that she was selling product with no NAFDAC number. Um, yeah, because she was not. Yeah, thank you so much, Jenny G, for putting out there. So I think that was the first saga she ever had. Okay, that was the first saga she ever had, and apparently everything was sorted, and she's still selling her business and all of that, only for news to obviously Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me back? Can you guys hear me now? I am back. Oh, guys, I don't know what's wrong with my wireless. It just went off. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I might need to contact. There's a reason why I really didn't like. I really don't like Sky. Sky. I knew I had them before. I cancelled, so I might need to contact them again. But I'm sorry for that break. I've tried to reset, so we were now back. So hello guys, welcome back again. I'm so sorry for that break. So we were discussing about Jennysglow, and the I guess where we stopped was who Jennysglow was. So Jennysglow was somebody, a young lady who's into skincare business that very dark man called out for not having for selling products without welcome Sanatu for selling products without NAVDAC number. And that was how the laughing cow with the nose ring, you guys know what I'm referring to by that, was able to obviously put himself out there. So the news started a few days ago of somebody bringing out a post saying that Jennysglow allegedly got it the way, she was able to get into contact, or she was put into contact with Jennysglow, that Jennysglow wanted her to be a surrogate. And that obviously you all know the story around surrogates. In the past few days there was a lady called I can't remember her name now, something like it. If any of you remember her name, please put it in the comment section, where she was like, I will do surrogates, there's nothing wrong with me, but I will still do surrogate. You all know how everybody felt about that. Some people supported that, some people did not. I was one of the people that did not support that notion. Okay, so this lady alleged that Jennysglow allegedly asked her to become a surrogate, and obviously she carried. In fact, let me go to the story so we'll read it. Okay, so I'm not speaking from my head. I'm going to share my screen with you, and then we're going to go into the story because I saved a lot of them on my Instagram page that I really want to carry us along as to how we started. So let's go to the beginning of the story. I hope you guys can see my screen. So this was a post. It says, drama lady on TikTok calls out Jennysglow, claims she carried a baby. One second, guys. Claims she carried a baby for Jennysglow. One second, guys. Please like us to share, guys. I'm just trying to get something sorted. Yeah, that she carried a baby for Jennysglow and her husband, but wasn't paid allegedly. So this is Jennysglow and her husband, and obviously you can see I carried pregnancy for these two. I had a very high risk pregnancy. I lost pregnancy and I was abandoned. So let's move on. So this is Jennysglow and and her husband. So it says story time coming up. She continued, I carried their child and I've been abandoned after I lost the pregnancy. Pay me my 3 million. I need money to care for myself, Jennysglow. So I'm going to run us through the story before we start putting our thoughts and opinion. Hello, Zeno, I see you. Hello, everybody, I see you. Please like and share as a comment. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry for that break in transmission earlier on. So she said to Jennifer, even when I complained your husband severally had Kelewa with me, you ignored me, blocked and insulted me. Please pay me my 3 million. Let me go in peace. So this was what the lady started with. Okay. So people were like, what's going on? And then, she said that story time coming. So let's now go into the story. So this is part one. I hope you guys can see the screen. Let me see if you guys can see my screen. Yeah, you guys can see my screen, but let me make it a little bit closer. Okay. So it continues saying, part one. Hello, my name is Sonia. In fact, I'm going to go check her up because I need to go and see if there's any further updates on our channel, okay, on our page. She said her name is Sonia. I'm writing her name down in case all of these posts, they take them off at some point so I can go and search for more. She said her name is Sonia Imaria Obasoa. So I'm just going to refer to her as Sonia. I am 24 years old. As a young woman going through some struggles, I came across a link about someone looking for a surrogate. And by the way, guys, we're going to be here for a very long time because there's another topic on, surrogacy, egg, whatever, selling of eggs that we're going to be touching all tonight, okay? So as a young woman struggling and going through some struggles, I came across a link about someone looking for a surrogate, offering the sum of 4 million naira. I was genuinely interested. On the day of the arrangement, October 10th, I followed a woman known as Mrs. Netete and a friend to the location they had given me To my surprise, the place turned out to be Jennysglow. We exchanged pleasantries, and she asked if I understood what surrogacy meant, to which I responded that I did. She then turned to her friend and said, "This particular one is good and pretty." Now, so she did her own selection. Oh. So, guys, this story now is allegedly because a lot of hello, Abby, welcome. So, this story is allegedly because there's been a lot of videos back and forth. So, we're going to be touching on everything tonight as we are talking. Guys, please like and share. I really appreciate it. So, she continued. I was asked to return the next day for some medical questions. When I asked for the name of the hospital, she told me I wouldn't be going to any hospital, but rather to her house. I didn't overthink it, as someone of her status could easily afford to have a doctor come to their home. So on the 11th of October, I went back as agreed. That day, I was asked questions about my menstrual cycle and other related topics. Okay, so let's move on. Part 2, the next day, I went back as instructed. I was asked about my last period and my full menstrual cycle, which I explained in detail. Then the doctor, Dr. Benjamin from Benin Medical Care, started asking about my ovulation. That confused me because I understood that surrogacy is usually based on the intended couple's terms, not mine. Still, I told him my ovulation and fertile window was expected to start around October 17, 2024. So this was last year when this all happened. He acknowledged that and proceeded to take my blood for testing and did an abdominal scan. On the actual day of my fertile window, I was asked to come to her house again. So she was asked to come to Jennysglow house again. Guys, I see you all. I'm just going to run through the story and then I'll start reading your comments. I questioned why we weren't going to a hospital, but she said, in quotes, just come. So I went. When I arrived, I spoke to one Miss Precious Omorige, spoke with me via video audio through Mrs. Jennifer's phone about a document I was to sign. She reassured me that everything was fine and that I would receive 2 million naira after successful implantation, with the balance paid after delivery. However, after I signed the documents, I was completely shocked when Madam Precious told me that I would have to sleep with her husband in order to get pregnant. I was confused and immediately questioned what she meant by that. She responded casually, saying that it was something called, in quote, traditional surrogacy, which means that they go do kelewa, skin to skin, no protection, no nothing. Raw. Guys, let me show my door, because my younger kids are somewhere there. So that she was to do the surrogate, we're supposed to get down to do it the real way, what's the normal? They are to do it missionary style. Missionary, they go enter raw like that. I told her straight away that this was not the agreement I was given or what I signed up for. At no point during our earlier conversation was I told that I would have to engage in anything physical with anyone. I also told her that I had never heard of surrogacy being done that way before. Exactly. Guys, please like this live stream. I really appreciate it. I made it clear to her that surrogacy is a medical process, and from my understanding, there are only two standard methods. One, using the surrogate's egg and the intended father's sperm, still done through artificial insemination of IVF, or implanting a fertilized embryo into the surrogate's womb. So that was what this lady on YouTube, on Facebook did. So I think she, Olivia, something fashion hairstyle or something. I once covered the story about her when she bought herself a new 2025 car. That was what she did, okay? Embryo into the surrogate's womb, where the surrogate has no genetic link to the baby. But this time around, the egg was her own. This lady that I'm talking about on Facebook, the egg she transplanted was her own, and it was, whatever they used belongs to her and her husband. In both cases, no physical contact. I'm omitting that extra. So no physical contact is involved. I told her I was not comfortable with what she was suggesting and that I completely disagree with the method she was proposing. If that was me, I would have walked away. There's no point arguing back and forth. But let's continue with this. So almost immediately after sharing the results, Jennifer sent me 450,000 naira. I was shocked. That wasn't what we agreed on. I told her as much. Remember, she said she was going to get 2 million naira after implantation, okay? But she got 450,000. So all of this story now, allegedly, before people will now come for me, I don't have money to do court case. Because I don't get money to do court case because I want to buy Range Rover, but I don't have money for court case. So I was shocked. That wasn't what we agreed on. I told her as much, But she simply responded, relax, so everything is under control. Still, I was uneasy. From that moment, I expected to be registered properly in the hospital for antenatal care, but nothing was done. There was no hospital booking, no formal care. Every doctor's appointment continued to take place at Jennysglow home, allegedly. Dr. Ben would visit quietly, examine me in private, and leave. Jennysglow only showed kindness when it was time for a doctor's visit. Outside of that, she barely acknowledged me. I felt isolated and abandoned. The first trimester was extremely rough, constant vomiting, nausea, weakness, and emotional distress. By the time I entered the second trimester, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. Guys, preeclampsia is a very, very serious. Two Range Rover, please. Abby, now you go pay for one. Raw dogging. Janet G, bad girl, Janet. So you guys know the consequence. Preeclampsia is a very, very serious condition that a pregnant woman will ever find themselves in. And when this happens, normally if the pregnancy is advanced, they will often opt for emergency surgery to get the baby out, to save the baby's life and that of the mother. So in her case, she said she was diagnosed with preeclampsia, a serious pregnancy condition that caused my feet to swell painfully and made movement difficult. Still, no one provided any medical assistance or care. I was left to suffer through it on my own. So that was the story there. Okay. So let's go on to the next post that I saw. So after that post came out, a lot of people had a lot of things to say. You can see from the comment section there, somebody was like, this is not surrogacy anymore. It will be like they don't use you do money rituals, because never have I heard of anyone stepping in terms of like, nobody was doing raw doggy or anything like that. So when I saw this story, I was like, is this girl dumb? That was a question that came to my mind. You are a 24-year-old, and if you look at what we've just read, she writes very, very well. She writes really, really well. And I would imagine that she is a very, very smart lady. Okay, the first time you met somebody, yes, you guys know what led her to go to surrogacy, because of the money. We started from the story that she was going through stuff. She was going through stuff and decided to, surrogacy. She has a link, and then she was offered from there. So it was the money, because she was going through stuff. And then she decided to go. So upon meeting, doing all of that, she was given the conditions that were not actually working right for her. Like, they were going to pay her so money after implantation, but she got different money. And then they did say, obviously, to her that she was going to be doing this raw with Jennysglow's husband, allegedly. And that alone should have been a turn off for her. I mean, like, what married woman would want her husband to kill her with somebody because they wanted to kill her with a surrogate? Like, no. Somebody tell you that, you tell them no, you're not doing it. If they're not going to do it, either you tell your husband to go and jack in the corner and bring the seed, and then the doctor will put it, or you forget about it. But then you were like, the doctor said that the husband had to do it inside. No, they had to do it like the way, traditional way, in quotes. And then the mumu guest still went ahead. And I was thinking in my head, are you that desperate? Are you that desperate? What could you be going through? So she went through all of that. Even after her implantation, she was given 450,000 naira instead of agreed 2 million naira. And then she was like, what's going on? That was not our agreement. She still waited. And then obviously pregnancy was confirmed. She was not registered antenatal, blah, 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 which led to the condition she found herself in. So you guys saw that. Okay, let me read your comment and then we'll move on to the next story. Let me read your comment, guys. So I see everybody. Let me go back. Oh, there's a lot of comments to catch up now. Okay, so I see you all. Cindy, Zino, Habi, welcome. Sister Nato, I see you. Vivian V, I see you. I see you guys, everybody. Allegedly. Yes, so allegedly. Everything I'm saying here is allegedly. Please, the preacher, welcome. Guys, please like the live stream, please. I really appreciate. Janet said, Mr. Fantastic Comedy read all 4 parts and the receipt for. Yes, I have a couple of those receipts as well. Vivian said they took advantage of a 24-year. Excuse me, she's a 24-year-old who is learned. You can see from that write-up, she knew when she should have walked out the door and not do it, especially when you told her that she had to lay with the person's husband, allegedly. Nope. She knows the procedure of IVF. She knows the procedure of surrogate. Why did she agree to sleep with the woman's wife? I mean, with the woman's husband, allegedly. Why? No, I don't believe they took advantage of her. I don't agree with that. Jenny said it's the situation that makes most women go for 4 million naira. Okay, people that buy 400,000 properties are in Nigeria. Bibi said the girl should have turned down this offer. Exactly. So I be saying is a 4 million. I be saying fake receipts. Okay, I don't think this thing is real. Okay, that's fine. So right, I've catch up with all of your comments. So let's go on to the next video. So apparently, Jennysglow herself came out to react to the alleged surrogate. Meanwhile, I believe from the girl's write-up, this happened last year, 2024, and only just came out now. Apparently, this girl said she's already developed some issues now, hence why she's asking for her balance to be paid. So let's listen to what Jennysglow has to say.
Naira, and I gave you 3 million.
I'm trying to see if I can find the beginning of the story, the beginning of the video. I don't know where the beginning.
You claim that I paid you to carry a child for me, right? Bring proof now. At least we have communication. We had a contract. You know, we did something. I paid you money. You claim we agreed 4 million naira, and I gave you 3 million. I gave you 1 million to balance. You bring proof. Bring your statements of account. Where is the contract? At least bring us something. If you claim my lawyer, he said a lawyer. You mentioned lawyer. Add contract for both of us. Bring out the contract with real so they can investigate it that I had a contract. By the way, now wow. So even if I want to do surrogate, I want to. That's an option. I just got married. My marriage is just 3 years old. Like I just got married. Even if I want to choose options of surrogacy, I want to do surrogacy. For crying out loud. There are better ways. There are so many surrogates. For crying out loud, I will go and pick a random person. You claim that I paid you to carry, make it. I'll go and pick a random person. I will not give you 3 million. I'll give 1 million to help me do. The blogger even said they did it in my house. So there's no where they do it in Lagos. So I can't now see finish. You see me finish. The team pay me. If you want to carry lies about me, bring out facts. This same particular Benin blog has been carrying lies about me for a very long time.
So she's blaming the blogger that carried that story now.
Like you just see, the person will just wake up and be like, Jennysglow doing juju. Jennysglow did this one. My name is sweet. You use my name to get engagement on social media. On TikTok, at the mention of Jennysglow on TikTok, you get engagement. I'm not the first brand to have scandal. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last person. People go through a lot. People have issues on social media with their brand, and they come off. It is normal. Life goes on. But this one is very, very. They even called me a barren woman. They said I'm barren. Make it. I'll go and pick one. Is not enough. You even shared my personal number. I don't even know how you got my personal number. You said, God, I beg. I don't even know what to say. I don't deserve this, honestly. I don't even know what to say. Please, help me to tell this blog. Help me to ask the person, why are you using my name to trend? You want to post my name like you claim. You say you have something against me. Why not come out and make a video with your face? Different people are calling me because this person shared my number. If you have a proof, you claim I had a deal with you to do something. How old are they? How many years? I know people for crying out loud. How old am I? I'm looking for. There's nothing wrong with doing surrogacy or doing that. I don't. It's okay.
There's nothing wrong with
what am I looking for? What's the rush? What's the rush? Okay, now you want to defame me? Come out. If you claim I had a deal with you,
welcome everybody.
You come out with your full chest,
exactly,
with your full face, and say J1 is not enough. You even shared my personal number.
So obviously that's the story. The story I've just read to you there. Okay. Then the story again. So I think obviously there's a part 3. So this is part 3 now. Welcome everybody. I see you, BBO. Welcome guys. Please like and share. So this is part 3 of the lady, the 24-year-old. Her name is Sonia. So Sonia continues. She told me to hurry, that we couldn't afford to miss a calculated fertile window. Jennifer, widely known as Miss Jennysglow, fell to her knees and pleaded with me, saying this was her last opportunity to become a mother. She begged earnestly, explaining that her eggs were no longer viable and she had exhausted all medical options in the past without success. Her desperation was overwhelming. I felt cornered, emotionally pressured, and unsure of what to do, but I eventually gave in. You be mumu that you gave in, but let's move on. And so I went through it. I laid with her husband, a saucer, It was a moment I will never forget, not because of what happened physically, but because of the emotional trauma it left behind. I have never felt so disgusted, humiliated, and empty in my life. It didn't feel like I was helping someone. It felt like I was being used. Mumu, the Mumu girl. After the act, they told me to lie in bed for 30 minutes to increase the chances of conception. I stayed there silently, holding back tears, counting down the minutes. Once the time had passed, I got up, cleaned myself, and prepared to leave. Like, guys, even reading this, it's irritating. So she said that was when Miss Jane handed me 30,000 naira. I said it was for food and transportation. No one asked how I felt or if I was okay. Like, who would ask? You were the one who would use your 2 days to go and meet them, allegedly, if at all, if there was anything like that. Okay. So after Dr. Ben, the doctor had privately involved in the process, instructed me to take pregnancy test 12 to 14 days after the encounter. I followed the instructions, and when we finally tested, the results came back positive. I was pregnant. Almost immediately after sharing the results, Jennifer sent me 450,000. I was shocked. I was shocked, and I was shocked that that wasn't what we agreed on. I told her as much, but she simply responded, I think I've already read this part. So Jennifer only showed kindness when I came to her house. So we've already read that part where she had pre-eclampsia or whatever. So the new part was that at one point, Dr. Ben claimed that having frequent KDWA could help ease my delivery and reduce complications. That statement was later used to justify justification to subject me to more unwanted extral KDWA acts with Esosa. That is, she had multiple KDWA moments with somebody else's husband, allegedly, okay? And all with Jennifer's knowledge and approval. That is, Jennifer was aware of the multiple times she was getting down with her husband. I became nothing more than a KDWA object in a twisted arrangement disguised as surrogacy. I lost my voice, my dignity, and my sense of self. So that was the husband. That's Jennysglow and her husband so far. So I think pretty much that's the story there. Let me say, I think there was one where she was saying that she had some sort of complications. Anyway, so immediately that news came out, Jennysglow came out to share a public disclaimer on her page. Guys, please like this live stream for me, please. So she said, with a heavy heart, I speak my truth. This is not the kind of attention I ever desired, not the narrative I would have chosen for myself, but in the face of falsehood and reckless speculation, particularly the fabricated surrogacy story falsely linked to my name, I choose courage over silence, not silence. The rumors are completely false. I have never considered surrogacy in my marriage, and waking up to see my image and name trending under such a deeply personal and misleading narrative was devastating. I am not a headline. I am a woman, a wife, a businesswoman, and someone who works with faith, not fear. This experience has hurt more than just my reputation. It has pierced parts of me that are sacred, my integrity, my personal journey, and emotional sanctuary I've worked tirelessly to build. Yet through it all, I find peace in this. The truth is never free. To those who believe the lies, I release you. To those who defended me silently, I thank you. To those who know me, I love you. Let this be my final word on the matter. So that was our disclaimer there. Okay. I don't even know why I was stressing myself. Stella Demokos already wrote it down there. So that was our disclaimer. And then, obviously, there were letters and proof. Before then, I think we already listened to this video she made, right?
People posting for me, handling my page for me. Sometimes I don't see what's happening on social media. I don't even know until they draw my attention to it. But it's not fair that this is serious. Like,
guys, like the video, please.
I know I know everybody's angry that I'm doing this video because I don't even know what to do. I can't even go off this video because I would like to you. I'm not this one really got to me. Like, is this what you guys go through? So when you marry, you don't give birth that same year or the following year, they call you barren. They cook up all sorts of lies against you. They say this. I've seen Pepe, I won't lie to you. If you come, they say all sorts of terrible things to me. Like all sorts of terrible things to me. They say, they post it, you go on TikTok. I don't know. Please, I'm done with this live video. Please tell them to post proof. Tell the person to come out. I've done my video. Proof. Sue me. Post proof. Read proof. Anybody can forge any certificate. Proof. Come out. I paid you. My friend introduced you to me. Oh, my friend, if you are here watching this video, Nete, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you are going through this. Precious, I'm sorry. Everybody involved, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry, honestly. I'm sorry. Sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, my name now is not sweet. I'm sorry. But tell
Welcome,
me to tell
everybody.
them.
I see you.
So post proof. Okay? Post proof.
So
We
yes, he's
proof.
asking the lady for a proof, and then let's go play the video of our laughing cow with a nose ring. Hold on, let me see if there's any other post I've not posted, I've not read. So we already read that part. I'm just checking to be sure I've covered all the stories before we move on to start. Before we start to listen to the other videos. So we've read all of this. So now let's listen to the video that our laughing cow with a nosing ring made.
All right, so there's this shocking news I'm seeing all over the blogs about Jennysglow. Very shocking news. So according to the story, they said that Jennysglow and her husband approached a 24-year-old girl that the girl should be their surrogate. Because according to the story, that Jennysglow is barren and she cannot have children. So for that reason, they said they needed a surrogate, which they brought this 24-year-old girl, and they agreed to pay her 4 million if she would carry the baby. So all they had to do is Jennysglow husband will sleep with the girl. When the girl gives birth, they'll just carry the baby and give it to Jennysglow. Then Jennysglow will now pretend as if she's the one that gave birth to the baby, or they will announce it that they use surrogate. So they brought the girl in, they wrote a contract. After the contract, they took the girl in. Jennysglow's husband slept with the girl, and the girl got pregnant. So the agreement is that they'll give the girl some percentage of the money first. After she gives birth, they will balance her money. Now, that happened. They slept with the girl got pregnant. But sadly, there was some complication and the girl could not give birth to the baby. They lost the child. For that reason, Jennysglow and her husband was not happy. And they did not give the girl her balance again. So the girl got frustrated. After trying to get her money from Jennysglow, they didn't give her her money. Then she now decided to come outside with the story. First things first, you hear how juicy this story sound. Do you know I've gone through all the blogs that have posted this? None of them posted it with evidence. Not even that contract where the girl says she signed. I checked the blogs that posted it. If you see the way they were insulting this Jennysglow lady. Now, I'm not a fan of Jennysglow. But you see this matter, we teach a lot of you sense on this media. Where is the proof? When I don't already the bash, I see one video that Jennysglow made. Where is the proof? Where is the proof?
So they're asking that.
This is the media that we have today. People will just wake up one morning, say something without proof, baseless things sometimes. No proof. But of course, because when I like gist. Now I go say people want people downfall, but now I like story of people's downfall more than anything in this country. Where's the proof? All the bloggers that have posted it, post one proof, I'll give you 10 million naira. The kind of proof I want you to post a video of that girl.
Why is this one always dashing people money anyway? Why is he always dashing people money? Proof, post proof that will give you 2 million. Why is he always dashing people money?
And cover her face. Let her narrate the story, not her covering the face to send it to you. You, the blogger, let her send you the video with her face. Then you cover her face. Then you post it. Let's see. Post it, let's see. No proof. Imagine the story. I was reading it. The name of the handle that posted it is Jennysglow's Nemesis, right? Now, see the starting, part 1. Hello, my name is Sonia Imeria Obasoha. I am 24 years old. As a young woman going through some struggles, I came across a link about someone looking for surrogates, offering the sum of 4 million naira. I was genuinely interested. You are mad. You came across a link in Nigeria where they find surrogates with 4 million naira. You know how many women for don't get belly? And some people should read this thing and enjoyed it and feel like, yes. On the day of the arrangement, October 10, I followed a woman known as Miss Netete and her friend to the location. They had given me to my surprise, the place turned out to be Jennysglow. We exchanged pregnant. So the first day, Jennysglow just showed herself, "Boah, it is me." Like I said, you all know I'm not a fan of Jennysglow. The only reason why I'm talking about this, I'm just telling you to see the dangers of this social media. And how anybody can just come out and say some crazy things without proof, baseless things, and you believe. But again, Nigerian women like gist. They like gist so much. Now, why people like gist lover and all this moo blog, Kitty and the cool go they flourish? Because they post baseless things without proof. No story. I see one today. Somebody sent me say, they say when an activist won't go Germany, say na Kitty just post them. I say, bro, I'm a fucking popular person. Are you mad? Anywhere I go to, people will know. That is a no-brainer. You don't need sense to understand. There's nowhere we go to today where nobody will know. Place when I go, where people gather for outside. People gather for outside. Oh, very dark man. You know how much I share for there that day. You know how much I share for there that day. People full outside for the embassy area. They have to tell them to calm down. So guess what now? Tomorrow night, if I can't go to Germany, they'll come say, what did I tell you? I see if they discover one thing. The whole people in the whole of that embassy saw VDM that day. But because they want to validate their nonsense blog, they'll make it look as if they go discover one Mungo Park. Then tomorrow they'll now put a false news about.
Guys, I want to put all the story there so that by the time I drop the link, we can just take calls and then we'll move on to the case of eggs, women selling their eggs, and the story of a young girl whose egg was being sold by her madam, okay?
Somebody that you can't believe, say, no, but then go crack very dark man when he won't go Germany. It's a no-brainer. They don't discover shit. Blackmail. That's what they do to all these women. Now women be their market share. People like me, not to give you anybody money. Now women, I'll leak your secrets. I'll do all these female influencers, and then be their candidates. Did you know that? But women love gist. They love gist so much.
Right.
They always say, you want to bring somebody.
We've heard all what this one had to say. So apparently, this lady's we've been told that she needs to show proof. So let me share my screen on TikTok because I found that page where that was sharing the story. Okay, there's more stuff there. There's more stuff there. So this was a page where this person is sharing her story. So there's a part 4. Okay. So the part 4 says, as the pregnancy continued to progress. Hold on, why is this one? So as the pregnancy continued to progress, things got worse. I eventually became nothing more than a toy for Esosa, used repeatedly and without care. All with Jennifer full awareness and consent. It was no longer just about carrying a child. I was being objectified and emotionally manipulated in ways I never thought possible. I only ate properly whenever I went to their house, which was usually during scheduled appointments with the doctor they brought to their home. The moment I stepped out of that environment, I returned to begging, moving from person to person, asking for help just to feed myself and keep going. There was no regular financial support, no maternity care, and no basic provisions. I was merely managed, left to survive on my own, even as the pregnancy became more high risk. Okay, I hope you guys are following. By the time I reached 29 to 30 weeks, my condition became very serious. A routine test showed protein in my urine, a sign that preeclampsia was worsening rapidly. My legs were so swollen I could barely walk or sleep. I was in constant pain, constantly afraid for my life and for the babies. In desperation, I began to beg for a C-section, believing that at 30 weeks, the baby stood a good chance of survival if delivered early. I pleaded to be taken to a proper hospital, to be treated like a human being, to be given some mercy, but my requests were coldly declined. There was no sense of urgency, no medical care, no concern, and all of that. During this time, Jennifer began ignoring my calls and messages. I would reach her repeatedly, but she would only respond when it suited her or when she needed an update. I felt abandoned by the very person who had once knelt before me, begging for this child. The emotional pain was indescribable. I suffered so much in silence, in shame, in fear. And when I eventually threatened to go public with everything, Jennifer looked me dead in the face and said, "Nobody will believe you if you speak out." She said it with such confidence and cruelty, as though she knew the world would take her side and silence me. That's a deep allegation. Then came April 30, 2025. I was exactly 30 weeks pregnant. For 3 whole days, I didn't feel any movement from the baby. I panicked, I cried, I knew something was wrong. I didn't have money for a scan and reached out to Jennifer immediately, but I was completely ignored. Not even a reply. I was helpless and alone. Finally, on the 9th of May, I was called to a house again to see the same doctor they always used. I went, hoping to hear a heartbeat, to be reassured that everything was fine, but it wasn't. A scan was done. The fetal heartbeat was not found. My baby was gone. She was not saying, she's even saying my baby. So anyway, apparently Very Dark Man asked her to provide proof, and then this was the proof we got. So she said, Jennifer, I told you I have proof. Please send my balance, even if it's 1.5 million. Let me treat myself and let's go. So this is the proof of payment she posted. Transfer Jennysglow Skincare. I'm writing this with my PCV being 21%. I don't want the money. Just come pay for my medical expenses. Let's both go out separate way in peace. So that's part of the proof. I think there's small. And then she posted this again. So, dear Obasoma, this is to notify you that a credit transaction just occurred on your account. Kindly see details below. So, I think this was what Abby was saying earlier on, that no, it looked doctored and stuff. So, amount of 450,000 naira going in, and there's a narrative, Jennysglow, blah, 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 head of his brand. So, she said in the caption, this was the first payment that was made to me. And she continued, if you work in the bank, please help check the session ID if truly this payment was made. So, that's our own proof that the payment was made, that she paid her 450,000 naira. And then she said part 5 is on Instagram. My posting get flagged. So I've gone to her page, but she needs to approve it before you can be on her page. So again, so she posted this post a day ago. She said, just today alone, the police have come to my house twice, all because you are trying so hard to silence me and cover up the truth. What are you so afraid of? You're not just trying to protect your image. You are using power and intimidation like a bully. But hear me clearly. I am 100 steps ahead of you already. I see your moves. I feel your fear, and I will not be shaken. Let's deal with this without money. Let's talk about truth. Let's talk about how you exploited me, used me, and then turned around to try and erase me like I never existed. You're trying so hard to shut me up, but Jesus is my witness and he sees it all. You can send the police 100 more times if you want, but what you cannot do is undo what you've done. You may be powerful, but you are not untouchable. And I will keep speaking until justice is served. So I guess there was a post where she reached out again to say that she has proof. So obviously, Very Dark Man asked her to provide proof. And then she replied saying, I think she DM'd Very Dark Man, or maybe this is just a post. So she said, sir, I'm in your DM. I believe that was to Very Dark Man. So she said, good day, sir, VDM. I've sent you a DM regarding the proof and everything else. I'm also ready to do the video call and the video you asked me to make. Kindly check your DM. So she's already messaged Very Dark Man. So that's all that is on our page in regards to this story. So I am open to take your call. So Habi, unmute yourself. So I'm going to take the calls one after the other. I can see Okukidola is in as well. So Habi, you are the first online. Unmute yourself and contribute. Guys, we are going to be here for
I actually don't have much to say, but I actually came in because Sis Janet and I were kind of misunderstanding each other. I already said that behind the scenes somewhere that I don't like this case, because really and truly, with everything that's going on in Nigeria and everything that goes on with Jennysglow, if you want to speak, come with your proof. There was no, even from the start, there was no need for proof to have been requested before it was dropped. You know what I mean? So sometimes when people do stuff like this, I always wonder what the plan is. Do you want help? Do you want your money? Do you want a solution, or do you want clout? Because why do we have to go over this more than one day? Do you know what I mean? Say what you want to say, drop the proof, and keep it moving, so that the next response would be an actual solution. So do you understand? Please, can you pull up that receipt? I want to show Sis Janet. I have it on my phone as well. Yes, please. So you see where she says her name, dear blah blah blah. That's fine. This is to notify you a credit. Why is the credit all of a sudden the C, capital C? It's not a noun. It's not a pronoun. It's just a word. Why is the credits in the capital C? That's what yeah, because I've also checked my Access Bank stuff to see if it's inconsistent. It's not. Credit transaction just occurred on your account. Kindly see details below. Every other thing that matters in that block is all in capital letters, right? Account number, amounts, narrative, time, reference, branch, available balance, right? And then if you don't see everything else, NGN is in capitals, inward transfer, everything else, the name is in capitals, except the dates. Saturday, SAT, NOV, NOV, and then all of a sudden, 1:21 p.m. Also, because banks are very specific, they tend to put the seconds as well. But I could be wrong. This could be a different bank that doesn't do that. But I have 3 banks in Nigeria, and they all put the second. When you see the full bank numbers as well. Is the bank code the first couple numbers, and then the last couple numbers are dates and time down to the second, right? So it's giving someone that missed out something, in my opinion.
Okay.
Also, I find that if you go down to where available balance is, the NGN 458, that's available balance. The
Yeah.
font is different from the other font of the Naira above on the amount sent. The
Okay.
font used is very,
Yeah.
very
True.
different.
Yeah.
The fonts all through are inconsistent. That's fine, but at least numbers are supposed to have the same font.
Yeah. Yeah.
Banks are not that frivolous with things like this because of how important banking is. So the
Yeah.
fonts are inconsistent. Let's even assume they've used 3-4 different fonts in this whole thing. Why are the numbers not even the same font? NGN 450K, that is
Yeah.
different font from the other one that is not available balance 458,870. The fonts are different. This is
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
an amateur has
Yeah.
come up with something.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. Is giving somebody that is not very good at doctoring, that's what I see
They could
here.
have used a relational database to create this really quick.
Also, even in that time place, the spacing is odd. If anybody uses documents like regularly, you know
I
what
can
I mean by
actually, I can
spacing.
actually create this on relational database on Microsoft.
Exactly. And that's
I
not
can
how
create it.
banking works. The spacing of Saturday, November 2nd, the spacing is just odd as well at 121. Between 1 and 21, what's that odd space between that and the hyphen? Not hyphen, the colon.
The colon, yeah. Yeah,
And
there's a
then
lot of
PM as well. What's that odd space? And then the PM is all of a sudden in caps,
capital letter.
caps are on, then the rest are in small, and then the account number is different fonts, and amounts different fonts, everything different fonts. Come on, man. I beg. See, VDM, come and employ me. Let me help you, because not only you that can do investigation. That's all I have to say for now.
All right, okay, Abby, thank you so much. Right, Janet G, you have the floor now.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Hello, my beautiful. Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I mean,
Good.
you see, the thing that makes me think that there's the truth is somewhere in between Jennysglow and this lady is one thing and one thing only. Jenny's never ever denied ever knowing this woman.
Yeah,
That's the
but
thing.
she was just asking for proof.
Exactly. She never said, you know what, I have never heard of this woman before. If someone came to me and said, the exact same story, I would say, who's Sonia, who?
Yeah.
But I have never met anyone in my entire life. That's what I will be saying. That look, I wouldn't even be crying on the interwebs or whatever, because I'll be like, this is obviously ridiculous. This is not true. But I have a feel that there is something happened. It might not be exactly what this lady has said. Maybe it's been over dramatized. Maybe it could have been something that was discussed at one point, but the truth is definitely somewhere in between what this lady says and that. There is no smoke without fire.
Fire, absolutely.
There is none. Do you understand?
I mean, yeah.
You cannot. There's some business that's happening here, and let me tell you something. Whether this story is true or not, I know there are a lot of surrogacy. Let this be a lesson to people. There's a lot of surrogacy abuse that's going on in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And women are desperate. People are saying, why will she be desperate over 4 million? I'm telling you, people buy other people for just 100K in Nigeria.
True.
That's how desperate people are. And I say 100K Naira, not 100K dollars.
Exactly.
So I think there's more to come
to the story.
As to the story. As for the fonts on the receipt, I was just telling Abby on my transfer advice. I have a transfer advice that's got 5 different fonts on it. and it's legit.
Okay.
It's legit.
Yes,
Exactly.
but like the numbers, I've checked my access, my union as well, and it's the same thing. The fonts for the numbers are the same. The fonts for certain things are the same. So it can be
mine,
but for different things.
Yeah, but you're saying that, oh, if they're going to put a date, it's going to be down to the seconds. My value date on my transfer advice doesn't even have the time. So, and it's actually in format DD/MM/YYYY. That's my value date. And yet the transaction notification date is down to seconds, like you said before. So even on that, and that's in mine, I bank with Zenith. I don't want to give you guys my account so you don't know the pennies I've got in my account. But at the end of the day, nothing is consistent. I mean, the banking is not as sophisticated in Nigeria as other places where you see Barclays Bank and everything is consistent all the way through. I get my transaction advices in, and I'm even looking at it. It's like, oh, come on now, Nigerian banks, you should do better. You know, and there's no consistency there. I do think that more proof needs to come out.
I mean, obviously, very dark man did say.
Yes,
very dark man did say that she needs to do a video, even if it means she should do a video covering her face and all of that.
Exactly.
And she needs to bring more proof. She needs to bring more messages between them. How she's contacted her, because just like I said, Dr. Janet there, that she's not denied this lady, and just like BB asked them, why Jennysglow of all people in Nigeria?
You know,
I don't know when everybody says that. Sorry, when people say why this person, who was it supposed to be me?
It could be anybody.
It's somebody, exactly. And Jennysglow is somebody. Like, will it be me before? Jennysglow is somebody.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I get it.
Because it comes up all the time. Why you? The other time as well. Why you? As opposed to what?
I think she puts herself. She's the kind of person that actually puts herself out there more than what she needs to do.
As someone who has a fraction of some of these people's numbers, right?
Yeah.
I had this situation where a random person, I now know who the person is, right? Sorry?
No, I was just welcoming.
I know who the person is right now, right? But I had this situation where there was somebody that constantly was trolling me on my Instagram for like 2 years. And then the person made a mistake and used their original account, and it's an ex-friend of mine, right? No, I said this to say that most of the time you're saying she did not deny this person because chances are she actually knows the person.
Possibly. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
That's how it works. It doesn't have to be on this surrogacy issue. It can be on something completely different. It can even be a case of them, I'm sorry to say, but because of the way Lagos is right now, it can even be a case of a threesome situation. And somebody has just left angry.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to happen. I'm just saying. So all those things of her husband sleeping with somebody, with the person, is possible. It is Nigeria. All of them are mad now in that Nigeria.
Can I just quickly interject and say, look, that's what I was saying before. There is no smoke without fire. Something happened between Jennysglow, this lady, and the husband. We don't know what it is.
We don't know. Yeah.
The girl has to come out with more proof.
In that same country in that same country where all of these girls are being accused of even having sugar daddies, doing all sorts, and people's husbands are even aware just because of money. In that country where people's sugar daddies are the ones that are sponsoring their weddings.
Yeah.
And the husbands know.
Yeah.
So I don't think she doesn't not know the girl. That's possible. I just find it very strange. Whenever people come out with stories, you want to be vindicated. You want a solution, right? But you want to come and give us story over 2 weeks. Sis, do you want clout or do you want a solution? Drop your receipts the same day.
Why should she have to choose, though?
Yeah.
Why should she have to choose? Sorry? Why should she have to choose between clout and a solution? Why can't she have both? If people can have both, they will have both.
Obviously, she's already gaining momentum on TikTok anyway. She's only
no problem. We said the same thing about Pascal's Pascal's baby mom, at some point, you are going to wake up and decide if you want child support or if you want clouds. Or just have that clouds. No, it's true. That's how life is. And let me tell you something. Sometimes people are inconsistent. Pick and choose. Do you want child support or do you want clouds? Maybe you should get clouds and use it to feed your child and stop stressing us. Now you say you want medical bills to be paid, but you want clouds. Me, I don't know anything about that. My experience, people that want clouds are not to be trusted.
Okay.
Let's hear Uncle Kidola's opinion. Let's hear what Uncle Kidola has to say. This, at least there's a man in the house. Let's hear.
Yeah, let's hear what he has to say.
My uncle, please unmute yourself.
Sister, God bless you. God bless you. Now,
amen. Welcome, sir.
I read this thing or I saw this thing. The egg that this guy get the egg on, and that the woman get the.
No, then do Kelewa. She do Kelewa with the girl husband.
Okay.
No, be so then do egg go. Then agree say allegedly say Jennysglow husband do Kelewa with the girl. No be say egg or no egg. No.
So not be daughter help.
No, not be doctor. Oh no, nah. Both of them enter room go do Kelewa.
Is you see, if it be possible, say due to poverty, you understand me? You know, poverty. See, Nigeria that you should that immorality not that place again. Immorality not the. You see, everybody don't corrupt. Not be only government too. Everybody don't corrupt. 4 million naira. 4 million naira. That's a small amount of money. Very small amount of money. She might be saying the truth. You know, she might be saying the truth. Just because she's poor, you know, she they try to package herself.
Uncle Kidola, she knows, according to her write-up, she knows the process. She knows that there should be a doctor that will do either egg transfer or embryo transfer. This girl knows the process. But because she was, how desperate could she be that a woman would be happy for her husband to Kelewa with you? But you know that was not the process. You could have walked away no matter how much. If you now won't come become side chick, can't go born for the woman and man outside, it's a different case. But his wife saying that you should Kelewa with my husband, saying I go enter bed. Do am once, not be once, so multiple times.
You see,
she could have walked away, saying no, that is not how I know it's been done. She has detailed understanding of how this thing is being done, but she still went ahead.
Maybe they discussed the thing with her. You see. That girl not be virgin.
She used to come out with the proof because you can't just bring all this account detail. Do video, come talk. What happened? Share conversation, chat messages.
That girl not be virgin, you know. That girl don't pass through. Her.
Another place.
And maybe
He's right.
people will call her. They didn't have the enough also fun to go to the real one. So this one is far more cheaper for them. The guy is cheap. The procedure is cheap. You understand me? All the process they took is very cheap. You understand me? Possibility that what they did, they test her for all kind of diseases. So that made that guy not go get disease. Made that guy not go get disease. So now they brought just something to that guy on top of table. Now you're now. You're beginning to come out of this thing. The guy just enjoy the thing in a way, and Piki come the whole process not to. It's like they abandon for the guy not to too much attach to the girl. There are some rules from the real boss. You understand me? You have to say this thing there for the guy to do that thing. The partner of that guy that be the real boss because that should get the money.
Yeah,
you understand me? That should get the money. So there are some rules. Not to, some guidelines. So this girl now, possibility she get pregnant. Normally, she need to be paired. Somebody need to come around. She just face stress. That's why the whole thing, dabaru. You understand me? Poverty. All this is poverty. She can't eat. Possibility if you even see bread and Coca-Cola, she will even be very happy. Gala. You understand me? This one be get what I say. They eat jollof rice with chicken and all these things. This one are just pure nothing. You understand me? Forget packaging. Packaging they Nigeria well.
Wow.
This one now, if she for not just come out at all, go talk. If I just do like the other ones they do.
Obviously, she dey suffer medical condition now, so she need money.
Oh yes, because because the hospital for Nigeria are not good.
Yeah,
Hospital,
maybe,
I said,
as them go evacuate the pikin wey die for her stomach now, maybe they no come out and well.
I said the doctors self, they're all quack doctors. Hospital, bless you go. Maybe they go to give you injection. You wonder, go take Bogboshe or Dogoyaro or come allow this people to give you things where you don't understand. You understand me?
Yeah.
You don't even know sure they won't keep person finish. Now the medicine that they give you, bless you, people like overdose or expiring medicine or stuff you just go take Dogoyaro or Bogboshe. Stuff you just they drink and it's okay, this one helps. So the whole thing, nothing good out of that thing at all for that place. You'll be lucky to find a better hospital that will take care of such a delicate.
Exactly. Honestly, from the comment that people are saying, the comment that allegedly maybe they found it very cheap. Hence why I said I do not agree with that auntie, that American sister that is Agbaya that just married, that said that nothing's wrong with nothing's wrong with my womb. I will still do surrogacy. They will exploit the innocent one now because they know that this one knows she needs money. They allegedly. So I'm like I said, she needs to bring more proof. But then that was why I was not agreeing with the fact that surrogacy and all these things should be happening in Nigeria. It is the poor ones and it is the rich one that will exploit them. Instead of them to go to proper clinic, they'll not be going to, they'll pick one girl on the street, go and do medical testing. If they say they get clean, they'll go and use them to do surrogates. That's why
I'm telling you, let me tell you, people are buying actual babies in Nigeria, like literally people pretending to be pregnant. Meanwhile, there's a woman that is a small girl that is pregnant somewhere out somewhere, and they're taking the baby and presenting it as their own.
Yeah, I've got a video
village somewhere.
I've got a video
in Nigeria. You're telling me that if this 4 million is even generous compared to what what a lot of young girls are being exploited for in Nigeria. Nigeria is evil. It's evil. I just come back from there, and what I saw, it's crazy. I'm telling you.
You ran my
the reason why I don't agree that surrogate should be agreed to. The regulations need to come because there's no regulation whatsoever that is controlling that particular industry. No regulation. It's not approved and they've not gone against it. So there's no rule, there's no policy at all. Anybody can just pick a girl on the street and say, okay, I need you to do this for me. I'll pay your rent, I will do this. It's not regulated.
My son, not be now Nigeria people don't get wicked mind. I don't tell you say rich people for Nigeria that they use religion, Christianity, church to the cover face. You understand me? Yeah. Nigeria people, once you have money, in short, even those they are very wicked in mind, very, very wicked. No sympathy, no emotional something. You are just like a slave or not. It should not really existing. No, now this thing I've started to do, that is getting more worse. You understand? More worse. This kind of thing those days. 30 years ago, police will come and arrest these people. You understand me? But now, even the police want to even eat jollof rice with carrots and chicken also on top. You understand me? So you don't even know who to call again. Is it the police or vigilante? Even very dark man and now become almost like auxiliary police now. You know, everybody is running to very dark man now. Who is very dark man really, Sam? I'm surprised. Very dark man now become Robin Hood. You understand me? In a country, you understand me? But I don't understand this kind of something though. Everybody is very dark man, very dark man. Who is very dark man? Would they really know who is this guy really? You know, he just read is today is in Anambra, is gathering crowd, everything. Because the society is confused. You understand me? No regulation, no medical regulation, nothing. Person go down there, go hospital there, you go just quack nurse. The nurse when they go present to you, they not be real nurse. You don't be say auxiliary nurse. You don't even know what they be. Doctor, you go wonder how a guy you take be doctor now. You understand me? How you take be doctor? You go just wonder. My sister they sick for sickle cell. I lost her. You understand me? I lost her. A doctor coming from back and said if I just bring like say 30 million, say you help me carry my sister go Abuja. Now I tell the man, say really, say yes, say to just do kidney transplant, we just they fine. Now I tell them to say, you dealing with somebody that actually know much about this sickness, eh? You understand me? I know much about this sickness. I said, please, I know my sister is going down already. The cells are dying. The sugar is going towards the brain. I said, forget it. Please don't call me anymore for this thing. And she's my sister. She died at the age of 54. You understand me? You know, I'm passing through that scenario. What my say, oh brother, oh my brother, for life be like you now. Why me can't catch this thing now? Oh brother, for life be like you now. I was say, sister, I better not be your fault. If not be you, now me forget her. Because now you pass through that door, maybe my own, the sickle cell not come out from inside. You understand me? You know, I said, please, you know, so this is not a doctor. Pick a phone and call me, asking for 30 billion naira. 30 billion naira. When you know my sister is already died. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is say Nigeria is a very funny place. So no, if you just think, if you come from abroad, so if you just take paracetamol first, or if you don't say you feel the PDP, I'll just go take jogoyaro or something like that till you suffer, boggle yourself, flag come for that place, can't take proper treatment of that. Anything you if you take anything, then you're your own. You know, you do anyhow, you get anyhow.
Thank you so much, Uncle Kedola. Just like I said, there's a video I wanted to play of. Obviously, I just drop a post in the comment section there that there's no federal surrogacy or IVF law currently in Nigeria. So though surrogate is not criminalized and it's not legally, I mean, it's in a way it's not illegal and it's not criminalized. So it's more like the government are 50-50 about it. So assuming there's a policy in place or there's a law in place to regulate things like this, but in Nigeria it is not. And I would imagine that if there's anybody that, like I said, a lot of people go through, there's a lot of people that are looking out to God for children and stuff like that. Even if that's what you want to do, it's not a crime, it's not a sin to do that anymore. Edo did it. She was recently at a program where she was speaking about her process. We also saw Nancy Hume, who also did it, and this writer Chidima something, she also did surrogate. It's not a crime anymore. These people went through the right channel, and I'm not saying that. See, if you tell me you had your children, or if I know that you had your children through surrogacy, who am I to call you out for having your kids through surrogacy? At some point, I almost did it for somebody that I know. Yes, in this Glasgow, I almost did because I was like, you know what, like she's been looking for kids for a very long time, and then just as I was about to approach her, that you know what, she's a pastor's wife. One of the popular churches that, you know, they are popular everywhere in Nigeria now. And every corner you see, they have branches. I was going to approach her and say, you know what, I was going to help you. But then it was the last time I ever attended that church and I heard that she felt pregnant. I was like, wow, God eventually answered that prayer. I think she had her first child at almost maybe just short of 50 years old. Abby said after 5 children. Because I thought that, you know what, I was going to do it because you could do it. Anybody could do it if you're led to. I was not doing it maybe because she was going to pay me, but I just felt like, no, I had all of my babies easy. I never had any issue with my end of my pregnancy. So I felt like if apart from maybe me hemorrhaging once, all of that back, they were all fine. But then I know I'm in a country where I will be well looked after. But Nigeria, no law. Anybody can just come like that, if fair good or whatever they call her. And I will see you surrogate. No. Try yourself. Try Nakademus your husband. If Belen no can enter and you try other things, then it's fine. But saying that there's nothing wrong with you, and hence why I am so mad at that lady there. Nothing's wrong with my womb, but I will still surrogate. And the people like her, it's people like her that will come to Nigeria because they know they can go to Unilag and find a fine babe. They know they can go to any of these universities and find a fine babe that they will just do. Yes, they are type, but not allow a husband to kill another woman. They might do it through, but then I think laws need to be put in place. So I'm hoping now, obviously, she has already reached out to Laughing Cow with a nose ring that she was going to do the videos that whatever that woman asked for, that she was going to do it. So like I said, this is a developing story and we'll find out. So that's pretty much about that. Now we're going to move on to the selling of the eggs. So I came across this video a few weeks ago, and I think I did a sit-down video talking about how university students are being recruited to sell their eggs. In fact, at some point, University of Ibadan released a bulletin to say no, students are being advised against selling your eggs, that it is not a legal way of you making side hustle. And Sisi said, "Well, what did you say?" He was just looking at me. If you know the kind shege that I put him through when I was pregnant with the last 2. Because I've always said here on my channel that I did not plan to have 5 children. The last 2 kids that I had, they were unplanned. I did not plan to have them. So when I'm now saying it, he was just looking at me like, you don't know the kind of molue that just eats you. That was what he said to me. That, oh, Momo Olue to call you, that you want to go and do it. He was just looking at me. But then obviously God answered that person's prayer, and she I think she only had just the one. Yeah. And then afterwards, I actually thought of adopting. Actually, I want to go into adopting children before I now decided to go into my nursing training, because if I already registered to go adopt children, like I was going to do foster. I was going to foster children, and I told them I specifically want babies, that I only want to foster babies below 1. And they were like, oh yeah, because then my last child, Maria, was yet to start primary school. And they were like, once Maria starts school, then I can come back and they can put me through the process. But obviously, I moved out of where I used to live, which was a massive house, because I hated that area. So which meant that the extra bedrooms that I had then, I no longer had it. So obviously, we're like, no, you don't have enough bedroom space, so you won't be able to be a foster parent. But if I ever buy a mansion tomorrow, I am going into fostering. I love babies. So yeah.
Mom of 5, sorry, wait. You know that you can love babies. I mean, you love babies, you adopted me. Nice one. But to love babies, to carry babies.
That means you must love pregnancy too, because pregnancy is not easy.
Thank you. Baby, that way you finish, you are giving the baby to the owner. That's not loving baby.
That's just being pregnant.
If you teach me where I'll be able to snap back in shape. Abby, I almost did it though. It was that Sunday that I went
to 5, Mom of 5.
Now. God,
Mom of 5 is giving me.
I just blessed.
Mom of 5, I saw one of Auntie B's videos randomly.
Me, I didn't do one.
I think Auntie B did an April Fool's prank, pregnant as
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Mom of 5 is giving me the vibe of someone that just come and put video. Should not be looking sad. Guys, I have something to say.
No,
give me that kind of vibe. Pregnant at 45, Mom of 5.
No, not after I've lost all of this weight. Can you see this slim dress I'm wearing? All of
you are my weaknesses. I will not talk to Mom of 5 again. This channel name even has to change to Mom of 6. What's that?
Oh, 7, Mom of 7.
Mom of 7. Then
like 007.
God is very funny. Next thing, God will not give her triplets. Should I be pregnant with triplets? Yeah. That's how God does his things. Anyway, guys, I want to say something quickly, right? About the VDM angle. I just realized that VDM, remember that VDM is the one that dragged Jennysglow that year.
Yeah, it was not because we don't have NAFDAC number on our product.
Do you know, I just realized that VDM has not inserted himself because he likes Jennysglow.
No.
He has inserted himself.
I'm not a fan of her, blah, blah, blah.
Let me tell you why. Because he wants people to see him as objective. With what is going on with Shayna, see, I know they lie. I know they lie. I don't tell lies. I say the truth. He wants, this guy has calculated this thing. He wants people to see him as objective, that even with Jennysglow that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
See how he can, oh my God, VDM is such a nice man. That's what VDM is doing.
He's not. He just
Can I say something about the VDM angle as well? The thing is that as much as VDM is, I respect VDM a lot, but I know he's not perfect, and he's just made a couple of faux pas that I don't like. For instance, the whole Iyabo Priscilla issue, talking about the young girls when she was essayed and stuff. Yeah. I thought that's completely out of order. Do you understand? I think VDM should stay with the political stuff, the things
exactly,
and stay in it. But the thing is that he's a typical Nigerian man. He's got a misogynistic streak. Anything that will put women in a bad light, he's jumping on it.
Yeah, he's jumping on it.
And this is like right now his prior enemy was Jennysglow, but this lady, with the potential surrogacy, that's gonna be a big
big one. Yeah,
another big one, crowd draw. And it's 2 women, and one of them's gonna be wrong, one of them's gonna be he can't resist it. He can't resist that bit, So as much as I do like, and I do respect him for his philanthropy, the fact that he went to get those girls in that other country, I forget the name of the country, was it Cote d'Ivoire? His advocacy for the killings and stuff, and the building and the burying the boring of boreholes for communities that need water. I will always commend him for that, because I really do think that our government is so shit in Nigeria that the things that they're supposed to be taking care of, they're not taking care of that. And the fact that people go to him because if someone owes you money, the sure bet you're gonna get your money back. Go to VDM, he'll get your money back for you, but the police won't. So that's the thing. The misogyny is a problem in Nigeria all the way through, and I think you just can't help being a Nigerian bloke.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sister Janet. So I just want to read this comment by Sissy. Sissy said, "But women like Mom of Five, I take my flowers. Yes, are the right candidate for surrogacy. Yes, so they have had successful pregnancy and genuinely want to do it for another woman, not because of money. Exactly. Like, you know what? Do you know how many times there was there was a lady I know. She was my dad's tenant, and I remember, I think I was in secondary school then. I was in maybe GSS 1 or 2. She's been married for as long as I could remember. And then you can imagine me being age of 12. She's been married for a very long time, never had a child. And then I now travel abroad. By the time I came to the UK, I already had my daughter, my oldest one. She was 9 months old when I left Nigeria. It was by the time I had my third child, something just came into my mind to ask my sister about her. And then when I had my son in 2006. So I now asked my sister that, as Auntie so, has she had a child yet? She was like, no, she still not had a child. I was like, At some point there, I wish I had money to go to Nigeria. I was going to go do surrogate. Like, I was going to go help her carry a child because she's been waiting for years. And then she had one of her sister's son living with her. And then early last year, my mind went to her again, and I asked my sister. My sister was like, sis me, she actually gave birth in October of 2023. Can you imagine, when I was between the age of 12 and 15, she's been married for a very long time, never had a child, only for her to have her first child in 2023. Meanwhile, I heard news that her husband got married to another woman, and that woman has had 3 children. But eventually she had her own child. So see the way I am, I will do surrogacy for someone. As long as, you know what, I'll be well looked after. My health will be perfect. Like, my health will go back to how Una meets me. But hence why I can never do surrogacy for anybody in Nigeria. Never. I don't care if you have billions of money. No, I can never. Because at the end of the day, the possibility of what this girl is allegedly claiming that could possibly happen. Who drafted them a contract? Was any contract ever even written? Was that contract even valid? So I'm hoping that she would, she will come out with more proof. But yes, thank you so much, MCC. I'm taking that flower because yes, I can tell you, it's not easy. Not easy. 5 kids, no cesarean section. I was giving gas and hair. If I knew I could elect for cesarean section, I would ask for it. If I knew I could ask for epidural, I would ask for it. I was given gas and air, and the gas and air was not even doing anything because it was anytime I see somebody poured onion or sugar in my mouth, and that alone was making me feel nauseous. Like, I felt like throwing up. So I practically had all of my kids with no pain met at all. But then, thanks all be to God, I know Sabi do am. And yet, like I told you guys, my last 2 children, they were unplanned. They were unplanned. I never planned to have 5 pikin. So I'm just putting out there for those of you who are just having 20 kids today. I told you. I'm going to read your comments and then we'll go into this egg selling story of this young girl, okay? So thank you so much, Sissy, for that. Well, if person, as it is now, I hear say the money plenty. So if somebody is willing, I'm available. They'll pay my salary for 1 year and then I will do it. BBO said VDM is a strategist. Absolutely. Strategy, yeah, strategizing. People are already calling him out. I'll just check Instagram. They're already calling him, but we'll do his story tomorrow. BBMB said the industry needs regulating. Surrogacy is not a crime. It's not a crime, not at all. It's not a crime, but it has to be regulated so that innocent people who are actually genuinely wanting to do it will not be used. Look at this Mumu girl now, saying that they told her that she'll have to go into bedroom to go and do kerewa with the husband. Like, you know that was not the process. Why agree to it? How desperate are you for money? How desperate could you be? Now she's got issues. Who knows? Maybe they've not evacuated that fetus from her womb. Maybe they don't evacuate it properly. And yes, if it's not properly evacuated, she could develop sepsis. She could develop infections. That means that if she's not properly treated, she could even lose her womb. And then in future now, she will not get married to one Yoruba demon or one fine boy. And then they'll not be going from pillar to pillar. And the baba that married her will not figure out what she has done in the past. So some girls, there are some things you learn to walk away from. And how much is this 4 million naira? honestly, you know what? I'm hoping she comes with more receipts, and then once she comes out with more receipts, more video proofs, we'll be back to analyze this story again. I'm going to read your comment, and then we'll listen to this story of this young girl. Okay. Sister said, like most misogynistic, they draw the line at their mom being insulted. Exactly, they insulted his mom. Igbanoje, he went mad. He went mad, like a raving thunderstorm. Abby said, yes, laugh out loud. VDM is a misogynist and a big FO. He is, he is. I don't have his time. Like now, I've started watching him on mute. I've started watching him on mute. Yes, Vivian said VDM does a few good things to cover up his nasty side. Yes, he has no respect for women. He's become emboldened, and I'm shocked as to how he has no respect for women, because he's got a sister. Yes, he's got a sister, and I'm shocked because now woman born him. In mama na woman. So I don't know. It's become emboldened that everyone's personal business has become his number one, is exactly his business. I don't like and I can't stand it. Nowadays, that's how I feel exactly. Sister said, Mom, if I had to, no drugs at all, I can't do that again for stranger. See, if I were to do it again, I'll probably opt for a cesarean section. Or maybe opt for an epidural. So that way I don't feel pain, you know, I'll possibly opt for a cesarean section. I'll probably opt for that. Janet said, VDM has done more good in Nigeria than you and I. But yes, he has him. Yes. See, now, even which is good now, I don't even want to identify him with any good anymore, because I felt like the way it started, like I told you guys, the way why I really don't like him was the way he came after a young girl whose boyfriend is a Yahoo guy. And then the Yahoo guy married the girl. And he came out to say that she deserved what happens to her, because why should they date Yahoo boy? Why should they date person where EFCC don't arrest? Why should they date person where they do fraud? Like, seriously? It's just like you carry Olosho. So because the person now Olosho, because the person is a street hawker, the person gave you service and you decided to unalive. Did she deserve to be unalive after she's rendered her services to you? Like, make it make sense. That was the beginning of why I never know. And Vivian said, I'm tired of very dark man. Vivian said, at Sissy the other day, I told Mom of I well, since then she stopped healing. I said, women, VDM has no respect for anyone. All the good is does is an attempt to build a cause so he can perpetuate. He's called himself the fourth arm of government. We'll talk about it tomorrow, guys. Let's take a chill pill. Oh yeah, they said minimum going rates in the US for surrogates about 7. Can you imagine? And then in Nigeria, they're paying them peanuts. They're paying them peanuts. Do you know what it takes to get pregnant for a year, for 9 months? Your nose could be like as if somebody threw amala on your face. You will have like chameleon skin. Your legs swollen. You will not be able to sleep properly for how many months? You will look like, do you know what it takes? Like for me, I've been lucky throughout all of my pregnancies. My body didn't change that much. Yes, apart from the big belly, I really don't think I had a lot of people. Do you know what it takes to actually bring forth a child? Do you know? And then somebody's paying you how much? 4 million. And nah. That's why most of them will run to Nigeria to come and do it. Now that we have lots of baby farm now. Janet said, when someone owes you money, you are better off going to exactly, but I beg. Right, let's listen to this story of this young girl. Like I said, I saw it when the case of this egg selling thing came out, and I was just talking about how University of Ibadan released an article to say, you know what, selling your eggs is not something you should consider as a side hustle. That is dangerous, that girls should understand, or students should understand why it's not something they should do. I found this video, and I also found 3 more videos of women who are actually talking about it. Like, it's now a proper paper business in Nigeria, and I think in South Africa as well. So when I saw this young girl's video, I was raging. I was raging, like, out there, like, what the, why would you do this? But I've moved it forward because they spoke about the ending at the beginning. So let's listen to the first part, how I found the story, okay? So here it says part 1, a 16-year-old girl living with her madam in Lagos has publicly cried out and accused her madam of taking her to various hospitals, including a specific hospital name she alleged and mentioned for the alleged purpose of harvesting her eggs and selling it, and is seeking assistance from Nigerians and the Nigerian government. So let's listen to her story, okay?
The woman I'm staying with is taking me to different hospitals, removing my eggs. Please, people should help me, please. I'm sharing this video for people to watch, people to look into, help me, please. People should help me. Please, she's removing my egg. Please, I need help. Anyway, please, people should help me, please. You, Nigerian government, people should help me. Nigerian citizen, anyway, people should just help me. You should just come to my rescue, please. I'm begging, please. Oh, people should help me.
My sister, what happened?
My auntie, she will take me to hospital, removing my eggs.
Your eggs?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
How long has this been on?
For 3 years, ma'am. For 3 years.
For 3 years?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
She used to take you to hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
To remove your egg?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know she's removing your egg?
I overheard her talking with the doctor that they're going to remove 3 eggs from my womb,
For how long has this been on? You said 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Who have you spoken to?
Nobody, ma'am. I've not spoken to anybody.
You didn't speak to anybody for 3 years?
Yes, ma'am. I've not spoken to anybody.
Why didn't you speak up?
No, I've not spoken to anybody because I know that if she's going to just take my life. That's why I don't need to speak to anybody.
So how did you know where did she take you to?
She take me to
how did she take you there and they remove your egg?
She take me to the hospital.
What did they do to you before
they remove my egg? I overheard her. They took me injection. I overheard her telling the doctor that they're going to remove 3 eggs from my womb. That's why I need to come outside and share this video for Nigerian people, for everybody, for all the citizens to hear me. Please, I'm
serious. Where is your auntie based?
She based at Lagos, ma.
She's in Lagos?
Yes, ma.
Okay. So what do you want us to do now?
I just want people to just help me. That is why I'm coming outside for people to share this video, for people to help me, people to come to my rescue, please. People should just help me. I need help, please.
Okay.
I'm dying. I'm losing this guy. I'm going down in silence. People should help me, please. I'm begging. People should help me. Nigerian people, please.
It's okay. Just calm down. Just calm down. Okay. Just calm down. This video will reach the necessary authorities. Okay. Just calm down.
People should just help me, please.
Yes.
People should help me.
Just
People should come to my rescue, please. I beg the Nigerian people.
So, my dear, what's the name of the hospital that your auntie usually takes you to?
The name of the hospital is K&Q Fertility Hospital.
Are you guys
in Lagos here?
Yes, in Lagos.
Is in Lagos here?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the only hospital she usually takes you to, or she takes you to different hospitals?
She takes me to different hospitals.
Okay.
I can't remember those ones.
Oh, you can't remember the other ones?
Yes, ma'am.
You only remember this last one.
Are you guys here?
K&Q Fertility
60 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep watching.
Okay. Oh, voila. Where are your parents?
My dad is late and my mom is in the village, ma'am.
Your daddy is late and your mommy is in the village.
Yes, ma'am.
So can I ask you?
Yes,
you say your auntie have been doing this to you for a long time now.
Yes,
have you ever talked to your mommy about it?
No, ma'am.
Did you tell your mommy about what is going on, what is happening to you?
No, I've never spoke to her.
Why didn't you talk to her about it?
Because she said if I leak the secret that she's going to deal
Who
with
say?
it.
Your auntie?
Yes, ma'am.
Your auntie say if you leak her secret, if you expose her,
yes,
she's going to deal with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you didn't talk to anybody about it?
No, ma'am.
So why did you come out to speak out now?
For people to help me, for people to come to my rescue.
Okay, you came so that people will come to your rescue.
Yes, ma'am.
But she's threatening you because even the yesterday video, I saw she got to me through somebody. She didn't get to me directly though. She got to me through somebody with lot of threats. But that is not an issue. But I'm assuring you that you will get justice, okay?
Did you guys hear that even this lady that is questioning this young girl, the sister, the auntie already even threatened the person that is coming to trying to help this girl? So I'm surprised that not a lot of vlogs actually carry this story. I was shocked, but then I've been wanting to do this story for a very long time, since maybe 2 weeks ago. But obviously all this case that is going on, I just saved it. I know I'm going to come, but let's keep listening.
Yes,
don't panic, just calm down. You will get justice, okay? This video will get to the necessary authorities. Nigerian government will come to your aid. People that are in position to help, they will come in, because already people are started trooping in already. They are interested in this case. So just calm down, don't panic. We will get justice for you, and we'll get this your auntie to book, okay? So relax. We'll get to the root of this, okay? How are you, my dear? How are you doing today?
I'm much better,
okay,
ma'am.
I can see you're much better. I hope you are good.
Yes,
have you eaten?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please, I want to ask you a brief question. The whole world wants to know. They want to know how this thing you said is being done. You understand? Because everybody is asking, how do you know this is what they are doing to you and all of that? Please, can you explain to the world how it is done on you, please?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever I'm on my period, they'll take me to the hospital, they'll shoot some injection, they'll give me some drugs that I'm going to take for 5 days.
Okay, when your auntie take you to the hospital
Yes,
to
ma'am.
meet the doctor,
Yes, ma'am.
the doctor will give
I
you
believe those are something stimulating medication, something stimulating injection, which means that once you take those injections, it will stimulate our hormones or whatever to produce more eggs. So that I think I did a video about it and the process how they do it, and the risk of that process. Only if some women that are doing it actually knows. Well, let's keep listening to her.
injection
Yes.
and give you some drugs
Yes, ma'am.
that you take.
Yes, ma'am.
Abby, she might be an auntie Adubo in the village or something that just brought her to Lagos to say, I will help you, and then they turn her to house help, and then or maybe the person just serve as a big auntie that will take you to Lagos, and then they are using her for this dodgy business. Allegedly.
5 days.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So they give me drugs to take for 5 days. I'll go home back, then I'll go to the hospital. The doctor is going to check my stomach and do some things under me. So
okay, the doctor will check your stomach. Like,
yes.
How? You used to rub something on your stomach, or how do the doctor do it? Because you see them when they are doing it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How did the doctor do it? Please, you have to explain in details.
Okay, they will just put some scan in my stomach. They will be checking it, but I used to see it.
Okay.
They will not do something under me, but I don't know the thing.
Okay.
So they will take me to a different room.
Okay.
If I tell them they will be removing my eggs, there I overheard my auntie speaking with the doctor that they should do something.
Okay, please just wait. So when the doctor is working on you.
So yeah, follicle stimulating hormone. So they give it like an injection that will kind of like make your body. I'm sure I did a video where I can't remember it off my head now, but there's like an injection or something that you give, which is going to force your body to make more. And like it's it's a really, really. Oh, let me forward this to where we're watching.
You used to rub something on your stomach, or how do the doctor? When the doctor is working on you, your auntie used to be around.
Yes, ma'am.
You see her stand.
Yes, ma'am.
Beside you.
Yes,
in the room.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the doctor will now be doing what he's doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And you overheard your auntie and the doctor talking about collecting of eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how you got to know that they used to remove your eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
But does it mean that all this while they have been taking you to different hospitals?
Yes, they have been taking me to different hospitals.
You don't know?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, you don't know what they are taking you to do.
Yes, the only
until this last time.
Yes, ma'am.
That you overheard them.
Yes.
Talking about they will keep removing the egg
yes,
in their stand to
yes,
sell it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. How old are you?
I'm 16 years, ma'am.
You are 16 years old.
Yes,
ma'am.
When do you start seeing your period?
10 years, ma'am.
Oh, you start seeing your period from 10 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a bit no. That's a bit no. Okay, so and people are coming under the comment section. A lot of people are ready to help, and this video will reach the necessary authorities. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So this thing you said, keep it in your mind, because when you get to there, they'll still ask you. You explain to them, but be rest assured that the necessary authorities are on this.
Yes,
okay? The necessary authorities are on this. Okay?
Yes.
So don't panic. Just calm down. We'll get to get your auntie. Okay? And then you say hospital. Please, can you tell us the name of the hospital?
Name of the hospital.
So that was part after. So let me now take it to part 2, where obviously when they found the auntie and stuff. So that will be from the beginning, okay?
Okay, we are here today again concerning the case that is on ground. So, my dear, please.
So the caption says, new update on the 16-year-old girl living with her madam in Lagos who accused her madam of taking her to various hospitals for the alleged purpose of, removing eggs and selling them. And somebody dropped a comment here. She has really made money on this little girl. She should be arrested. So they are calling for the madam to be arrested. Abby said, I don't think she likes to play doctor on the internet, and that's understandable.
These are government officials. These are not. So I want what.
So they involve the government officials.
I want you to say to them, okay? These are government officials. So please, can you say what happened to us again?
Okay, it's my auntie.
Okay.
She's taking me to different hospitals.
Please speak out. Speak out.
She'll be taking me to different hospitals, removing my eggs.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you said that earlier. So I just involve the government. The government is involved in this case already. So few persons are
You
here
guys heard.
today to listen to your own side of the story. They want to hear it from you. So tell them everything, please. Tell them everything. You say your auntie do take you to hospital to remove
Yes,
your eggs,
yes,
and you told us how it is done, right?
yes,
And the hospital's name and everybody involved.
yes.
Although we're able to get to your auntie, but I will not mention her location here.
Sister said egg retrieval isn't done when you're on your period. She said they take her on her period. Babe, I don't know what she meant by on her period. Maybe obviously to check if she's maybe, I mean, they might carry out other tests and stuff, but then I wouldn't think that it's instantly that maybe they will take the stimulating medication and then maybe they were checking her for other things, but who knows? But I can't remember. Maybe I don't think they take the egg when she's on her period or something. But obviously she was like, you know what, they do scans or something on her. Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah. So please tell this man how it is done, you say.
You'll be taking me to different hospitals, removing my eggs. Doctor will give me drugs and injections I'm going to take for like 5 days.
Sorry,
After that, they'll take
Mama
me
Five.
back.
Yeah, Abby.
So basically, you have to start your injections from day 2 or day 3 of your menstrual cycle. Like
Mm-hmm.
most women, obviously, the following week, most women will start ovulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's the idea.
Right,
That's
because
just
Sissy
ready
was,
now.
yeah,
Sorry?
because Sissy was asking that egg retrieval isn't done when you're on your period. She said they take her on her period. So she just said again, yeah, that the doctor will give her injection and medication for 5 days that she meant to take for 5 days. She's just explaining that again.
Exactly. But
So
you
I
have
think
to start, according to what I'm reading now, you have to
mhm,
actually start from day 2 or day 3 of your menstrual
yep.
cycle. And
So
that
they
makes sense based off of ovulation, to be fair, if we do the
mhm.
math.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Abby, for that. Thank you so much. So obviously, let's hear obviously explain the process again because these are now, I think they are NAPTEP or NAPTIP. So obviously they involve the Lagos State government for women's affairs or something. So they are involving the government, and she's just explaining again the process to them.
They'll bring me to the hospital. Doctor will take me to the room and doing some things in my stomach, removing my eggs. But I don't know. I overheard my auntie and the doctors say that they're going to remove 3 of my eggs. That is how I know that they want to remove my eggs.
Yes, you said that earlier. So, sir,
How long has it been?
For 3 years now.
3 years.
Yes, 3
Hmm.
years.
Have you ever tried to report to anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, how come that this woman has known?
Because I came out to speak, to beg people, for people to come to my rescue, for people to help me. Yes.
We are government officials. We are from the north. We are seriously against most of these things. Just that a lot of people don't know how to talk. We thank God that we are here today.
Sorry, guys, the volume is not that great, so that's why I'm not saying anything. I want us to listen to this part.
We are going to rescue you. Is that okay?
Yes.
We are going to continue.
okay, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate. So, as it is now, in this case, this is where we are at the moment. The government is already involved. The NATED are already involved. So, they are going to be taking this case upward henceforth. So, for now, we are going to leave it here. For now, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sirs, for coming. We appreciate. Thank you so much. So, we'll get back to you. Stay updated on our page. You get to know, we'll get to the root of this, okay? Thanks.
There is this allegation that we are hearing about you. So can you tell us more about it?
Yes, sir. I said my auntie should take me to different hospitals, removing my eggs.
So how long has it been happening?
For 3 years, sir.
For 3 years now.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't care to report to anybody.
Yes, sir.
And has it been treated that if you report, something will happen to you?
Yes, sir. Threatening me that if I report, I will.
For like how many hospitals now have you been taken to?
It's 3 hospitals, sir.
Can you mention any of their names?
Yes, it's A and Q Fertility Hospital.
Okay. A and Q.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are from the NAPTIP. I know we have been hearing cases like this. Thank God that at least we have known this type of case. We are going to take up from here. Don't bother. Anything will be okay. Is that okay?
The woman I'm staying with is taking me to different hospitals, removing my egg.
So that's pretty much that, guys. Like I said, I've not seen updates. I need to go back on that page again to see maybe there's up until yesterday. I've not checked again on their website, but I'm going to go later on to check there's any further updates. So that's pretty much that. So like I said, these things are happening, and this is an innocent girl. That something has been done. So I don't know I don't know how what would lead to her to reach out to somebody to to say this, but it just goes out to how crazy and wicked some people could be. So I would imagine that this madam brought her to Lagos to come and work as an house girl or something and decided to start taking advantage of her. I remember an interview that Trudy did about two girls, two sisters as well, whom their choir master or somebody that works in their daddy's church was taking them somewhere to get their, removed. And also they could not tell because they were not aware. And I was like, at that age, both of you are like maybe 17 or 18. You are not aware that this is what they are doing. So the person who is taking them to, you guys go and watch that interview on with Trudy as well about those two sisters. So obviously they could not tell anybody because they felt that because she's like an aunt, they don't have a mom, or so maybe their mom don't live with them. So they took her as their mom or their aunt, and they've never doubted her. Guys, I can't remember the story clear now, but yes, that was another story of how those two girls were taken to different hospitals where their eggs were being harvested. It was crazy. Anyway, why I'm sharing this video is that this people now are woke in Nigeria, and they are woke in the wrong way when it comes to Nigeria, because they thought, you can just pick anybody up on the street and do so. This is an innocent girl now. You watch the interview, Sisi, thank you. So these things are happening, and our government, I don't think they care. I don't think they have any freaking idea on what to do about this. Like I said, there's no law whatsoever that is guiding these egg retrievals. There's no law whatsoever that is guiding this surrogacy thingy, and there's no reason to hide it. You want children, it's not coming in the way that God, it's not coming the way that babies would normally come. There's no harm. That's why medicine has done a lot of good for people, just like our medicine has caused a lot of harm as well. But if you're being transparent in your ways, I don't see any reason why people will drag you. So now you can imagine this young girl now, her life. God knows, the effects of those hormones stimulating whatever they give her. There's even research going on that there's a possibility of it causing cancer. And further, like I said, I have a video where I discussed about the risk and the dangers of it. And there's a doctor on X, I think a doctor, online faith doctor, he was actually clamoring and talking about it. Like lots of they don't often think or research the consequences of what they are doing. They're like, oh, I'm a young girl, all because they want to buy a wig. But in the case of this young girl, somebody is actually taking advantage of her. And this kind of girl now will now grow older, and she'll be trying to have a baby. She will not be able to have a baby. Do you know how wicked some people are? And there was, like I said, there are videos now on TikTok where they're now saying, "Oh, let me bring another video up. Let me bring another video up."
And why you bring up
young
those
girls go to
videos? Can I
fertility
just say
clinics to
something
donate
real
their
quick?
eggs, and they get paid as high as 3.
Yeah.
I think the issue is what's happening. The government doesn't care because it concerns women. Because it's women's bodies, it's women's eggs. Nobody cares. That's what the issue is. If someone was going around extracting sperm from men's penises randomly on the streets, I'm sure the men in government would have done something.
Yeah.
Did you understand?
And all they are interested in, if you dress somehow. I saw a post. See what is in Anambra or Delta State. If you dress somehow, you'll be fined. Like,
yeah, can you imagine that? So it's just that the priorities are just wrong. Nobody cares. And the things that we come from a culture, unfortunately, our culture is a little bit to blame. We're so people are so comfortable in letting their children go and live with relatives, use them as house girl, be house help, be apprentice for this trade, and just children that they can't care for. They're just so easily just give them to family members who exploit them. And you have to understand that the people who prey on these people, they know their targets.
Yes,
they don't go to children who are protected by their parents and stuff. They go for children who are exposed, that nobody will miss, that are poor, whose parents are poor, who don't care about those kids. Do you understand? I mean, people will kick their kids out for the slightest reasons. And for example, the kid stole food one time, and they're kicking the kid out. And how can you kick your 15-year-old kid out because they stole meat from the pot?
It's crazy.
It's our attitudes to human life that has to change.
Exactly that. We have women in the House of Senate. Obviously, we don't have as much in the House of Senate. Like we used to have 4 women in the House of Senate. Now we only have 3. One is obviously been chucked out. You would think that stories like this has been started going on now, and none of them has come out to say anything or even address the news, even though things like this have been going on. Like I said, this video that is on your screen now, she's actually talking about the fact that yes, there's a clinic, but I'm not going to be giving you the clinic, blah 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 blah. I would imagine that people will be in her DM allegedly and she'll be giving them information. I don't know, I'm just assuming allegedly now. So this video is more or less like she talking about the fact that yes, I know these things are being done for so, but I'm not going to be giving you the contact. And there are more that people are attached to tell you, oh, you can sell your eggs, you can do it for so amount of money. Right, let's listen, guys. I'm going to be rounding up soon, but I just want to.
One second, I have a pushback. I actually don't think that it has anything to do with women. The reason I say this is because it's just such a useless country. When you think about it, anything that concerns health, anything that concerns education, it just doesn't matter as long as you're poor. Because even earlier today, we're talking about it on Auntie Adoni's channel based off of what Kemi Badenoch said about the whole school thing, that has statements about school.
Yeah.
I was even just things like that, where as long as you're not, you know, the upper class and the 1% of Nigeria does not care about you. So I don't even know if it's actually because it's women. I think it's just that selfish thing we're talking about. I mean, to the point where they don't even see how it affects them. If anybody that matters in that country, we say this all the time, that when Nigerians say, oh, in Nigeria, you just have to be rich or you just have to have money, it's easier said. It's actually all fun and games until something happens to you. Look at that entrepreneur guy, the guy that went from Canada, the tech founder. He just went to Nigeria on holiday. I'm in Nigeria currently on holiday. If I need emergency services, I'm done. Because if you need a hospital, and I say this all the time, and I'm talking from my own experience, if you actually need just hospital, you need an oncologist, you need anything in Nigeria and you have the money, you'll be fine. That's what people don't understand. You'll be fine if you can fly in any doctors. You'll be fine if your money is available. Do you know where you'll not be fine with healthcare? Emergency.
Yeah.
It's always, it's not, and you're right about money. Money will take you, really far in Nigeria, but it would not save you. Because when you think about it, where are the air, even if you went to get someone, you know, lifted with an air ambulance, where are the helipads? Most of the time, even if you get a really good, think about it, even if you get a really good clinic, right? There's no road for the ambulances because most of the time, the lanes, there's no demarcation of the lanes, you know.
They don't drive anywhere.
You know,
you see them hogging both lanes.
Right? So I think it's not, I don't even know if it's gender-based. It's just a case of Nigeria is just terrible. I mean, the ex-president had to be treated abroad just to even
exactly
how things are. If, God forbid, allegedly, I don't even know the English to use now, but if VAT comes now, what's going to happen? They have to fly him out. How long? You sometimes you also have to be stable to even be flown out to begin with.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the issue? You know, we have
I get what you're saying.
Have you guys heard about the average federal government hospitals? There are no beds. Again,
they are even on strike. They're even on strike now, and they're not doing anything.
You will go to see if you go to a government hospital, mom of 5. Obviously, I don't know if you've been up, you've not been. My mom
don't want to go to a government hospital.
My mom
passed 4 years ago to a government hospital.
My mom passed 4 years ago. Sorry.
I used to go to an hospital in Nigeria. I don't know if it's still working. It's still open at St. Dominic. It's in Yaba.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there. That was the last hospital I visited in Nigeria before I left Nigeria.
I don't know.
There are good hospitals in Nigeria. Talk about Lagoon Clinic. Is there?
I'm talking about what they refer to as General Hospital, Mom of 5. If you see the whole way, you'll see people just sitting on the floor. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. Mom of 5, you're a nurse. So you remember COVID times? Yeah. How COVID times were with the wait times and people just hanging around. So it's something like that where you just see people lay because you know they are ill, right? So you see some of them with oxygen, you see some of them with drip, just laying on the whole way, like throughout. There are no beds. There are no beds, Mom of 5. So if you don't have money for private healthcare, you're finished.
Yeah, exactly. I've always said this. Yeah.
So when you put
but
everything
that's the
together,
case in the UK.
education, hospitals, all of that stuff, I just think it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, in my opinion.
But I'm telling you that women get the bad end of the stick because we're the ones carrying the babies. And there's more that needs to be done for women. Our bodies are a lot more sensitive. Our bodies need a lot more. There's a lot more that could go wrong in a woman's body than a man's body. And the fact that women are considered second class in the first place. Okay, what's going to happen to this girl? What's going to happen to this girl that they're harvesting her eggs? She's never going to get any justice, not just because she doesn't have any money, but because she's a woman. People don't regard a woman's life as anything. A woman's a second-class citizen to be used and abused.
You know, I'm sad for her. I'm sad for her. Like, obviously, I've not gone back to go check if there's been any update because, like I said, I downloaded this video about 2 weeks ago, and I've not gone back to check it. I think I checked last night, if I'm not mistaken, but I've not seen any update. I would really love, maybe by the time I finish this live, because I'm rounding up, guys, I'll be able to go check if there's any update, and if there's any update, I'll probably come and then we'll discuss it together. But in whole, it's sad that obviously whatever it is that is going on in Nigeria right now is part of what is leading people to go do this. But then again, if you're not living above your means, so now I'm talking about the young women. For example, this lady that we spoke about in the beginning, the 24-year-old girl, if you're not living above your means or whatever it is that could, like, you know the process and you still go ahead in it. So, like, who should you blame? You blame yourself because you had the chance to walk away. You had the chance to walk away, but you did not. And then they now give you an option. The man will have to do this with you. You do it in a traditional way. And then you see her agreed. And then obviously you felt pregnant. And doctor was advising that in order for your pregnancy to be good, it will be important for the man to be doing kelewa up and down. Which, like, seriously? And like I said, with what we read, she could write well. So our common sense did not tell her to run, no matter how desperate you could be for money. So now you are all over social media chasing for 3 million naira. Or how much million naira? Even that 3 million naira is not going to solve whatever health condition she's got. So this video I'm about to show you here is just a matter of a video of somebody saying that, yeah, the increasing rate of girls now doing it now, that yes, they are being done for money, blah, blah, blah. So this lady here is like a clinic or something. So you guys can see the handle there. You can go watch it. I mean, there's no point playing this video anyway. You can go find it on TikTok and have a look. But all in all, I'm writing up, guys. I don't know if any of our ladies have anything to say, but I'm going to quickly do this finishing talk. All in all, don't live above your means. And when you are being approached or you find people that are saying, come and do surrogate for me, make sure you are doing it through a clinic. There are lots of clinics. I don't know if Nasi Ume mentioned the clinic where she did hers, and I don't know if Iniedo mentioned the clinic she uses hers. If they do, if it's something you're looking to do, go through the right channel. Please don't let anybody use you, because at the end of the day, you'll be the one that's going to be crying everywhere. I've even saw a case of a surrogacy that happened in the US. The couple were looking for a female child, and the surrogate happens to have a male child. They declined. They refused to take the baby. The baby was the baby. She was just a surrogate. So both the couple owns the egg and whatever. She was just a body to carry the baby. They refused because the baby was not a baby girl, because the surrogate gave birth to a baby boy. And I was like, how is that possible? Even in an advanced world like America, they refused the baby. So she ends up looking after the child. And I think there's a talk. I think she went on to explain that she's going to have to adopt, because in later in future, the couple might come back and claim saying that it's their baby or something, because obviously the embryo and whatever they used belonged to the couple. And I was like, hell no. In the first place, it was not mine. Whatever product was used was not mine. And because it was not the sex of the baby that you are wanting, you now abandon the baby. You're freaking not going to get that child back if you come back in 50 years' time. So what I'm saying in essence is that if I told you you're doing it for the money, please do it through the legal means. If you're going to do it, take your 2 leg waka, go find lawyer yourself to help you draft a note so that you are covered, should in case anything goes wrong. And like that video, this video there, we saw comment, people were like, she did not deliver now, so she's not going to get balance. Excuse me? If she had gone through the right channel, the possibilities of the pregnancy not getting to term, whatever it could happen, all of that would have been factored into the contract, and whatever payment she's meant to get, she will get it. But like I said, all of these are alleged, okay? Alleged. Now, the laughing cow with the nose ring said that she should bring proof that he will give her 10 million or whatever. So I'm hoping she brings more proof. Not because that one is asking, but because she actually wants maybe her money, or she actually wants these people to be accountable for the fact that they are allegedly denying her. But like I said, we don't know if this is a true case or not. But yeah, that's just my closing take there. And like I said, if I find any update about that young girl, I'll bring it here. So Abby, have you got something to say before we finish?
No, I haven't. Good luck to that woman and Jennysglow. Everybody will be okay.
Thank you so much. Right. Thank you, Abby. Sister Janet.
I know the truth will come out eventually, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence here today. Thank you so much. I'm going to read the last of the comments and then I shall round up. Onyade said, the almighty UCH is that at some point they said that they were asking patients to bring petrol and generator because they have electricity issue. Even though UCH came out to debunk it, saying that lie, but there were videos. And Mabi said, yeah, it's the government hospital and teaching hospitals, all right. Vivian said, military hospital in Ikoyi used to be one of the best in Lagos, but went down the drain after civilian rule came into place. Forget about government hospitals. I hear they are graveyards. Wow. Jenny said that UCH used to be the best. Exactly, UCH used to be the best in the country. Now it just looks like a rat-infested hut. It's not the same anymore. Starting from the poor treatment of the military personnel that just wouldn't even get promoted. Now, wow. Jenny said she likely used AI ChatGPT for the writing. Lobaton, I've said in a couple years, all the medical personnel in Nigeria will be gone anyway. There's already strike. There's a strike going on now, and then the doctors have also started the strike. And then I saw that one doctor in the general is pretty much the only person doing all of the general surgeries. And I'm like, come, why is this doctor endangering his life? Do what you can. Like, he's pretty much working 24/7. And I'm like, if this one drops dead now, who will look after him, or who will care for his family? I'm like, come, if I be doctor, I do what I can. Like, if I find that post about the shifts, I'll put it on the community box so you guys can see. I'm like, if this doctor drops dead now, who's going to care for him or care for his family? Jada said they are not living above their means, Mama. They are struggling to keep their heads above water. Nobody with a decent income will agree to do the security for formula. Yeah, you are right, actually. Yeah, we are right. Janice also said, Abby, Bat is bribing there with land now. I was talking to a Nigerian doctor the other day who was praising Tinubu, and also there's been a lot of goes towards the president. I saw a video of a military personnel or a soldier saying that we will with the bush soldier as I be at the bush, they look for Boko Haram everywhere. Give us $100,000. It's the Falcons. Falcons that were women that were to go and play what? Baba Kurubu is not giving them $100,000. It's giving them money, houses, luxuries. Like, meanwhile, soldiers who are actually risking their lives, they don't even get their monthly stipend, their monthly whatever is not even up to 50,000 according to the soldier. If I find that video, I will upload it at some point so you guys can listen to it. Like, there's a lot of shite going on in Nigeria right now. At some point, Seth, I would want to do this story, but then when I look about the while, I'm like, you know what? It's in fact, yeah. Oh, thank you, JNG, for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. May God enrich your pocket in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much, sis, for that. Anyway, guys, thank you for all of our contributions so far. Well, I'm hoping this lady will bring more proofs. And when I'm talking about proofs, she needs to come out and speak. Jennysglow came out in a video saying, no, bring proof. So she should bring proof. Details of what was she given to sign. The doctor. Does she have pictures, videos? What hospital does this doctor works? She needs to bring conversation, chat messages. This was the messages we chatted. This was how I was contacting her, and she was proof that you actually messaged her and she was ignoring you. These are the things you need to bring as proof. If you're not going to bring that, nobody will take you serious. Anyway, people are already calling her liars anyway. So, Vivian said, haven't you heard? One doctor per 1,500 patients in Nigeria. Hey, Lobaton. I'd rather be a nurse in the UK than be a nurse in Nigeria. With that being said, thank you so much, guys. We are going to do Yabo Ojo versus Very Dark Man. So Yabo has petitioned Very Dark Man, and in fact, she petitioned a lot of people, and she has also asked that the certain CP Uche be removed from any case involving her. And I'll look at that petition asking for him to be removed. Police will always share information with one another. So even if they remove this CP, there's a way police will still be able to pass information across. Nigeria is a fucked country. I'm sorry to say, but I have to be honest with you guys. So we're gonna do Very Dark Man story tomorrow, and it's gonna be about maybe 10:30 in the morning. Obviously it's past my bedtime now, so if I wake up on time, we'll do it at 10:30. If I'm still tired, I'll probably maybe move it to about maybe 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but I think I'd rather do it in the morning so I get that out of the way. And I need to take my daughter uniform shopping tomorrow because they are going back to school next week. Summer holiday is almost over, so I need to take her to go shop for uniform. And if I don't do it this week, I'm going to be working again next week. So yeah, so we'll do it first thing tomorrow morning, and then I've got a lot of other videos as well coming up. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys, and have an amazing evening. Thank you, Janet, for that super chat. May God enrich your pocket. Let me go catch up with my fam in the back end. Thank you, guys. And if you're watching and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, comment, drop a comment in the comment section. Subscribe if you've not yet done so. Turn on your post notification. Share this video. Do not hesitate to join my membership. Shout out to Habi. Habi is one of my members. Sister Natsu is one of my members. And a couple of other, I always say that I need to write the names of my members so that I can give them a shout out each time before I start the show, but I always forget. But tomorrow I'll write their names down and I'll be giving them a shout out before we go into the video. So with that being said, thanks so much, guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Good night, everybody, and share this video. Okay, share this video. We don't know who it might reach that might have information for us, or that this video might help in a way to open their eyes. Don't go and do traditional for surrogacy. Good night, Janet. Good night, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow, right? Bye, guys.